hello, and welcome to Still Here with Marcella D. Moore. I am the host, Marcella D. Moore, and as always, it is my delight and pleasure to be here with you for another broadcast. Listen, we are still here, regardless of what our life may look like, and regardless of what we may be going through in this moment. The fact that we are still here, we celebrate that we are here to encourage you to overcome obstacles. We are here to encourage you to celebrate life. And more importantly, we are here to encourage you to celebrate the gift of you because you are a gift in the earth. So we're excited about the opportunity to share with you on this broadcast on Lexi TV station. And we're excited because we're just getting started, but we're looking forward to some amazing shows with amazing people. The first couple of shows, I will be here encouraging you, exhorting you, empowering you to be the best you possible and reminding you that you matter and that you are amazing. So on the first show, we talked about gratitude. We talked about the power of gratitude, the power of being grateful, regardless of what our lives may feel like and seem like in the moment. I shared that when I am feeling heavy and when things are overwhelming to me, sometimes I just withdraw back and I sit still and I start thinking about the things that I'm grateful for because we believe that when you focus so much on the things that you don't have, you minimize the power of the things that you do have. Gratitude helps you to minimize and to refocus on the different things that you have been blessed with, that you've been gifted with, the things that are going well in your life. When you are in the posture of gratitude and gratefulness, things begin to change and your life, you see things much differently. So I was happy about the opportunity to be able to talk to you about gratitude. So if you didn't get a chance to see the show on gratitude, I encourage you to go back and to watch that. Today, as you see here on the screen, we're going to talk about forgiveness. And the little sign up there, it says forgive yourself and to forgive others. Forgiveness is a powerful thing, and I want to read a definition that I found on the internet that I want to read to you. And it says, what is forgiveness? Psychiatrists generally define forgiveness as a conscious, deliberate decision to release feelings of resentment or vengeance toward a person or group who has harmed you, regardless of whether they actually deserve your forgiveness. That is so powerful. I'm going to read it again. Forgiveness as a conscious, deliberate decision to release feelings of resentment or vengeance toward a person or group who has harmed you, regardless of whether they actually deserve the forgiveness. That is so powerful. I heard someone say a long time ago that when you walk around with unforgiveness in your heart, it's just like drinking poison and expecting the person who did something to you to die. I learned a long time ago that when I choose to walk in forgiveness, that I free myself. Because what happened for me is that when I was walking in unforgiveness, I believed that it was clogging me up and it was blocking the blessings that were assigned to my life. And I understood, it took me a while to get this, that when I say that I forgive a person, it does not excuse the fact that they did something harmful for me. It does not justify their behavior, but it frees me. I forgive because it frees me up. So I want to encourage you to not only to forgive yourself, but to forgive others. But now let's talk about forgiving yourself. Oftentimes for me as a woman, as a single mother of two adult children, I remember there were times in my life when my children made certain choices and I blamed myself. I did not forgive myself. I felt like there was something that I did wrong that caused my children to make the choices that they did. And oftentimes we walk around here, whether it's a broken relationship, where we feel like we did something to cause that other person to walk away from us, whether it's not being a good steward of our finances, losing different things, we hold on to that resentment. We hold on to that unforgiveness, and we literally hurt ourselves. And for women, it's like when we carry that unforgiveness with us, is causing things to go inwardly, and eventually those things can show up in our body, and we get fibroid tumors. We can get, and I am not a doctor, and let me just say that I am not a doctor, but this is my experience in dealing with myself and other women who have held on to things, who have become bitter and angry, that it has caused them to get sick in their bodies, because all of their cells and the energy and everything that they have, they're focusing on that other thing, and they're not focusing on their right to forgive themselves and to also forgive others. So forgiveness is an amazing thing. I found that when I learned to forgive, it freed me up in my life. It allowed the blessings to come to me. It allowed open doors for opportunities, because I chose. And just like that definition says, it's a choice. You choose to let go of someone, and so that you can be free and go on and live your life. And I heard someone give this example the other day. They talked about how somewhere in the country, I don't recall, but getting monkeys is a huge commodity. And what these people try to do, they have these bananas, and they put the bananas in the cage. And the monkeys are wise enough not to go inside of the cage. So what they do is they take their hand and they put it through the bars of the cage. But then when they come to pull it out, the banana is there. The length of the banana is holding it back, so they're not able to pull their hand out. And then they in turn get captured, because they won't let go of the banana. And in order for them to be free, all they have to do is let go of the banana. But they're so determined to hold on to that banana that it gets them stuck. And then they end up being captured anyway. They think that they were smart enough not to go inside of the cage so that they can be caught. But when they put their hands through the bars and they hold on to that banana that cannot fit through the bars, they hold on to it so tight and they choose not to let it go. And then those who have been trying to capture them, they get them right away. And that's what forgiveness is like. You're holding on to something that once you let it go, it frees you up. It can be disappointment, past relationships, things that you have done, things that other people have done to you. You owe it to yourself to forgive. For saying that you forgive does not make you weak. Saying that you walk in forgiveness does not make you a person who just let people do whatever they want to do to you. Trust me, when you make a decision to forgive, and then you sit still long enough to assess your life and see what part you played in that violation, and then you take it. Now, again, it does not mean that we say that the person who violated you is still not responsible for what they did. But what we say is that it frees you up. And then they're going on with their lives in many instances, and you're still here not being able to function properly. And when you do that, you can't do what we teach you to do on this show. On this show, we encourage you to overcome obstacles and to celebrate life and to honor the gift of you. So when you're holding on to that banana, when you're holding on to unforgiveness, then you are blocking the celebration of your life that can take place. You're blocking the gift of you, and you're closing yourself up to the many and stopping yourself from gaining the many opportunities that you have to excel in this life. So we want you to walk in forgiveness. We want you to start by forgiving yourself first, and then we want you to be okay once you forgive yourself to go ahead and forgive others and just let it go. Let go of whatever and however, because when you walk in unforgiveness, you're holding them hostage. Although they're still going and they're doing whatever they want to do, but in your spirit, in your soul, and in your mind, you're holding them hostage. And they don't deserve that much of your time. They don't. And one thing that I encourage individuals to do, if you find that you have a difficult time letting go of things and walking in forgiveness, please, I encourage you to take advantage of seeing a professional counselor, a therapist, a psychiatrist, someone who is biased about where you've been and listening to your story and can give you sound advice about moving forward. I encourage you to do that. There is no shame. And I know that in our communities, the African American, Black communities, mental health and going to counseling and talking to therapists was like a taboo. But I think more people are understanding now the power of going and allowing yourself to be healed and to have conversations so that you can get clarity about the different things that have taken place in your life. So I encourage you today. We talked about gratitude in on our first show, and now we've come back tonight to talk to you about forgiveness. So I want to encourage you to walk in forgiveness, because when you walk in forgiveness, you are releasing them. You are letting go of that banana. You are freeing yourself up, and you're just allowing yourself to be able to celebrate the life that God is giving you. You have to trust that whatever a person did to you, that it is, you can't control them and you can't control what they choose to do and what they continue to do. You can, if you are a faith-based believer, you can pray for them, you can pray for yourself, and you can believe God to help you process everything. So I just want to encourage you, number one, as we talked about on the last show, please walk in gratitude. Be grateful for the many blessings that you have in your life. Don't focus so much on what you don't have, but focus on what you do have, and allow that feeling of thankfulness to just spread in your life. And it just not will spread with you, but it'll spread in the lives of those who are around you. And then tonight we talked about forgiveness. And as that little sign right there says, forgive yourself and forgive others. You owe it to yourself, because you are so amazing. You are so beautiful. You are so strong. You are so handsome. You owe it to yourself to let go of what was, accept what is, and bounce back to live the life that has been designed specifically for you. You are amazing. There are great things that are awaiting you, but you can't see those things when you are holding on to things and choosing not to let go. Tonight, I want to encourage you to choose you. And in choosing you, choose to let go of all the things that you are allowing to block the blessings in your life. You're amazing, and God wants to do something so amazing in your life. And you start to receive those things when you choose to let go. So let go, walk in forgiveness, continue to be grateful. And I guarantee you that as you continue to move, you will experience some amazing things in your life, and you will see the fullness and the abundance of joy, the abundance of peace, the abundance of just everything, love. It will be the game changer for you in your life. So do me a favor tonight. Choose to forgive. Choose to forgive. Choose to forgive. And then one more time, choose to forgive. So until we meet again, don't forget to walk in gratitude. Don't forget to walk in forgiveness. And when you do that, I guarantee your life will change tremendously. Until our next show, I am Marcella D. Moore. I encourage you to follow me on all social media. So happy to remind you today that you are still here, encouraging you to overcome obstacles, celebrate your life, and to honor the gift of you. We're still here. Celebrate today.